So, welcome everyone to episode 16 of Orlando Out of Context. I'm Brian.
I'm Stephanie.
And please make sure you go over to Instagram and follow us at Orlando Out of Context, and visit us at orlandooutofcontext.com, and then head over to iTunes, listen and subscribe, as well as Spotify and Google Play, and make sure you leave us a review. We really appreciate those reviews. So today we have a special guest, and we're actually, for the first time ever, we're on, well, not for the first time.
Not the first time.
The second time but this is the first time ever we're fully, like, the whole episode we're on location. So we've done an interview off-site before with the Orlando Van Cam, but this is the first time that we are 100% on location, and we're at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge.
So, with Crystal.
And Crystal is
Hi.
here. Hey, Crystal.
I waved at it like they were going to swim me.
So, Crystal, we kind of like got to know you a little bit because you participated in our giveaway for our Key Australia. And
I love my sunglasses, by the way. Thank you, guys.
They're beautiful.
And Steph and I are wearing our keys.
I noticed. I should have worn mine.
But yeah, that's how we kind of knew about you, and thank you for participating.
Yeah,
and I was just looking at your Instagram. You've been really lucky lately. I saw you also won tickets to Orlando United We Brunch.
Yeah, and I had one right before that.
And you won something else, didn't you?
Yeah, now I can't remember
things.
what it is. 3 in a row.
That's what
crazy.
happens when you participate in Instagram giveaways.
Yeah,
and
you
don't
win
be
all
lazy.
the time. My mom like always tags me in them because I always win. Like a couple months ago, I won like a necklace from another one. I don't know. I guess
never
I'm a
win
good luck
anything.
charm.
So how was the brunch?
The brunch was good. I love the venue.
It's beautiful.
I've never been there.
The Orchid Room?
Orchid Garden?
Yeah.
Orchid Garden?
Yeah, that's what
It used to be the Paris Hilton Club.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back in the day. When
I remember.
Paris
I never
Hilton
went,
had
but I
clubs.
remember.
I could
back in
see
the
that
day.
being like a Paris themed building. It's really glamorous. I really like the building.
It's got really beautiful stained glass windows.
Yeah, it's
and
really
stuff.
pretty. Lots of really good food. It was all fall themed. We got like drenched because it rained that day. Of course, we live in Florida. It rains every day.
Right, exactly.
My favorite thing, I think I posted the picture, was the cupcakes, Sweets by Holly or Sweet by Holly.
Mm-hmm. They were good.
Yeah.
So many good desserts in Orlando.
Delish. And now I can't remember her because there's Orlando Food Chick and Orlando Foodie Girl. So it was Orlando Food Chick
Okay.
that did the giveaway with Orlando Weekly. She was voted like one of the top local Instagrammers by Orlando Weekly, so she partnered with them. No, I didn't get to meet her. No, I got the tickets like just over the
Email.
Instagram.
Sure.
She sent it to me in a screenshot. But yeah, she was the one that did the giveaway. So
That's
Cool.
awesome.
yeah.
And so, you don't remember what the other thing you won?
What else did I win?
I don't think, Steph, you saw.
I
she won something,
commented
but
on
you
your
couldn't
story.
figure
It just
out.
said, I don't know.
Because it was 3 in a row.
Yeah.
It was 3 in a row.
And I said, oh, you're lucky.
Sunglasses, that, and now I'm going to feel bad. I have to go back on my Instagram feed and look at what it was.
So lucky. You just winning.
So we're at Animal Kingdom Lodge today just because we wanted to kind of switch it up, right? And we could have done it at the apartment.
It's kind of cool to be on site, you know. And part of, what we wanted to talk about was Disney stuff with you because there's a lot of Disney stuff on your Instagram.
And we haven't really done like a full Disney episode
No.
because kind of the point of Orlando Out of Context was to not just focus on Disney. So I think it's an appropriate time to like talk about more things Disney in this episode and kind of bring that into the loop and have a friend to talk about it with who is a different set of eyes between Stephanie and I, because Stephanie and I talk to each other.
Well, and
every
there's
day.
so much to do, too, on Disney property that people don't realize.
Oh, that's true.
Like, I mean, just here, I mean, I love Jico. Jico's probably one of my favorite restaurants on
I
property.
still haven't been to Jico.
Oh, my God. You have to go to Jico. It's probably one of my favorite
I hear
restaurants.
good things about their steak and their macaroni and cheese. I think that's what it was, the dish there that they have. I believe it is. And then, but they have Bomas too, which do you like Bomas?
I like Beaumont.
I've never been.
You've never been to
I've been
Bomas?
to
Okay.
Jico and Sanaa. But and I
Sanaa's good.
You
love.
need to do Boma and round it out.
I know I need to go to that one. Maybe this weekend. We don't know what we're doing this weekend, so.
Boma is really good. They have a breakfast buffet, which I've never done, and then they have a dinner buffet. So definitely try out either one, but I've been to their dinner and I really like it. Steph, I don't know, is there anything on the menu that, because Steph's a little bit pickier than I
I don't know. I never looked at Boma's.
at Boma's.
Oh yeah, I eat they have chicken and stuff. They have roasted chicken. That's about it. And they have mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes are always
But
good.
Boma's is good. That is one of the most unique buffets on property, I would say, is Boma's, and then one of the other most unique is Beer Garden.
I was gonna say Beer Garden's probably my favorite buffet I've been to.
Because those two are two. Well, plus you have what's that Animal Kingdom buffet? Tusker House.
Yes, Tusker House.
Those
That
three are
one's
probably
good.
the most unique, because the other ones you're getting,
It's the same food.
it's the same food.
I mean, and it depends on what you're going for. Like Beer Garden has the show,
You get
which
the
is
show,
a blast,
yeah.
and everyone's banging
The
their
only thing
beer
I don't
glasses.
like is sitting with strangers because they always sit us near people that are annoying and weird and
Oh,
A
see,
few
I always
times
get
I've
the
had
best
okay.
people.
yeah.
I always get the best people.
Well, that's good.
It's like when I sit on the plane, I always get the most interesting people on the plane. I was just in Vegas, and I ended up sitting next to a guy who was a sales rep for Azuñia Tequila.
Okay.
Don't quote me. But so he's like, yeah, I'm a sales rep. I'll send you samples of this tequila. So I actually just got it in the
You
middle of the
are
day.
lucky.
I know. I don't know what it is. I used to not.
He
be.
did send it?
He said I just
Oh
got it in the mail
my
today.
gosh.
He
So
actually sent it. So how much did you
yeah.
get?
He sent me like 3 little the
Okay.
little
Not
Oh,
like
How nice
know,
of him.
Yeah.
not like more than a shot, but
Like the mini
yeah,
bottle.
yeah. I didn't even think about it. I should have brought it and we could have done tequila shots while I was here. But yeah, he sent me 3 different
that's
flavors. They just started like a new reusable straw initiative, so he sent me
Oh,
one of
God.
I was on that.
so he sent me one of the metal straws and like the pretty pins with their name on it, and just like a little flyer
That
about
was
like
nice
what they're
of him,
about.
though.
So yeah,
That's
I just got
awesome.
it
We
today.
need to start hanging out with Crystal. Maybe her luck will rub off on us.
Anytime y'all want to go explore, I'm totally down.
So to backtrack a little bit,
I know, I got off
give
topic,
us
sorry.
your history about how you got to Orlando and your history with Orlando and Disney and stuff like that.
So I've been in Orlando. I moved December 2013. I moved to work for Disney.
Okay.
I got an internship, so I was graduating. They called me when I was putting on my makeup for graduation, and then I just cried and I had to redo my makeup again. So I got a food and beverage
professional
internship.
internship?
Yep. So I was a food and beverage manager at Epcot Liberty Inn. That's
Okay.
where I started. And then I worked there for Disney total for 2.5, 3 years.
Okay.
I left because I decided I wanted to do HR onboarding. Like my dream job would be like traditions for Disney.
Yeah.
So you can't really just transfer from foods to HR. So I left to go get the experience. So I'm in training in HR currently.
Okay.
Don't tell my current job, but if Disney called me tomorrow and they're like, hey, we need somebody to create the training for traditions, I would leave.
So what was in college? What was your major then?
Totally unrelated.
Okay.
Health Services Administration was my major. My professor, he was like, oh, you're obsessed with Disney. He used to be a lawyer for Disney. He's like, you should apply for the internship because you'll need the management experience. So I applied to the food and beverage because I had been working at Chick-fil-A before that.
Chick-fil-A, that's a great thing. for your
Right? Yeah,
resume.
as soon as they called me, they're like, we see you work for Chick-fil-A. So yeah, then I got it and came down. I mean, I loved it. I love the company, so.
Our friend Cheryl has a master's degree in HR, and I didn't even know that was a thing until I went to her graduation.
Yeah, HR is a big deal.
Like a master's degree. I didn't know that was like a focus of. I thought it was, maybe.
Technically,
something
I
else
guess,
like
if I would have done what I was supposed to do from college, I would be doing more of the HR stuff in the medical field.
Okay.
Right. My focus was more with OSHA, but I still have to handle that currently, so.
Well, Disney has to handle
They have those people too.
OSHA stuff.
Yeah.
For sure. So,
Safety
So-
people.
Maybe one day I'll get to work there again.
I mean,
Fingers crossed.
that's like most people who get a 4-year and then even a master's, they don't necessarily do what they get their degree in, or they tweak it somehow.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, it's great though that you are putting in experience. So you're not with Disney now.
Nope, not on Disney now.
But
So
you
do
are
you-
a pass holder.
I am.
Of course.
Yeah.
So
I just renewed
Are
yesterday,
you missing?
actually.
Are you missing being a cast member then?
I miss the perks.
Or?
Yeah.
The free passes, all the like cast member exclusives, getting to go to Cast Connection where all the
Yeah.
exclusive merch is. I mean, like, I got a Haunted Mansion Junie and Burke backpack from there for $50 one time. Like, awesome deals. The Cast and Family 5K with all the special characters. Oh, and I can't remember the character's name. What's that? She's from the old one, the cows. The boy and the girl cows.
Clara?
Clara.
Clara Bell. And
Clara
what's the
Bell.
boy's name?
Horace?
I didn't know there was a boy.
Yeah, there's a boy, but they're rare. You never
not
see
sure.
them.
I only see Clara in the Christmas parade.
Yeah.
She's on the float
Right.
with the cookie.
She's in the kitchen float.
Yeah.
If they still have that. I haven't seen that parade in a while.
I'm hoping to go to the Christmas party this year.
They're so expensive
Yeah,
now.
the tickets has
my
really, like, I
God.
remember when Stephanie and I, back in the day,
Back in our day.
because we both, Stephanie started as a cast member in 3 or 4? 2003 or
In
2004?
2004.
And then I was in 2005. But back then for the parties, it was like cast members could get cast member rates for like $35 to
Yep.
go into the parties.
And that's
whether it
when
be
they only had
Halloween
parties
or
for a month.
Christmas.
Yeah.
The month
Now
of
it's like
December.
7
no
months.
more. Now it's like.
I mean, the first Halloween party was in September. this
Yeah,
year.
Christmas
Like,
party starting tomorrow, right? Like,
I mean, seriously, I almost believed it. I almost believed it. I was like, yeah, probably.
yeah, probably. If they could put up 2 sets of decorations and
Yeah.
have Monday, Wednesday, Friday Christmas and Tuesday, Thursday Halloween, they would.
I think it's legitimately the Mickey's Not So Scary runs till the beginning of November,
Yes.
and then like 3 days
Like-
later,
Yeah,
the
the
And
Christmas
turnover.
party starts.
The overnight, they basically take out the Halloween decorations, and then that same night, they're starting to put in the Christmas.
And the lighting they put on the castle, I mean, that comes up super early because you can't see it. The
Yeah.
netting, you know, sometimes I've seen that up even in August and September.
Yeah.
When you're up close to the castle and you can look. So. And then we also wanted to ask you your thoughts on Toy Story Land. We went for the first time
Ooh,
the
look
other
at her
night.
face. Her face looks like ours.
Y'all might be thinking the same thing I am. It's really hot. There's no shade.
Well,
in the
we
whole
just went
area.
the other day and they
You're
put
right.
up like about 100 umbrellas and they look hideous. Like they've just put up individual umbrellas so that like 5 people can just group under the umbrella for like some shade.
And I think it's for that fast pass line, or because that if that
like
fast
leading
pass
up
line
to the
gets
coaster.
backed up, yeah, then they
Okay,
have
those
they
were
have
up
umbrellas.
when
but,
I was
but
there.
you're right. There's no shade. It kind of slightly reminds me a little bit of Bugs Land in California, which is going away slightly.
Yeah, a little bit.
But we're just not. We're not sold on it, and I don't think a lot of guests are sold on it. I don't think the lines are what they were from week one. Week one
we
the
rode
lines were
the
crazy.
saucers and
It's like a
what,
30-minute
25
wait.
minutes? Yeah.
Oh wow.
We couldn't ride the roller coaster because we got there right at the end of the day, and
Which
there
was our plan.
Which was our plan, but there was heavy lightning that evening, and so that kind of went out the window because they weren't going to open it back up, and we just decided not to. So, have you ridden the coaster?
I've ridden both. I had fast passes to both. My dad is a DVC member, so he made reservations way ahead of time. That's the
Sure.
only way we were gonna get them. So we rode Saucers first. I like the music.
Okay.
That's what I liked about
The
it.
saucers. The saucers were, I think, a little bit better than we anticipated.
I agree
Yeah.
with that. I agree with that.
Because I didn't realize that we were going to switch tracks. I thought we were just going to stay in our circle.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, bam, you go the other way and you're like making a figure 8.
Right.
I think I actually said that in my Instagram post on the alien saucers that it was better than I expected.
Yeah.
Right.
It was cool.
The music was my favorite part. I do like the Slinky Dog coaster.
Okay.
I think it's better than the Mine Train.
It
I
seems
like it
better, a little bit more exciting.
Yes.
Than the Mine Train.
It felt shorter than the Mine Train. I mean, I'd have to go time the two.
Jesus,
to
the mine
see.
train is like 2 seconds long. So
I feel like Slinky Dog was so short.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun. I really liked it. I mean, the decor is awesome. It's just really hot. I haven't eaten at the Woody's.
I have twice.
Wah, wah.
It's okay.
So they have a Monte Cristo sandwich, which
Ooh.
I love a Monte Cristo sandwich. And if you go to Blue Bayou in Disneyland and have their Monte Cristo sandwich, I mean, hello.
I
And I
didn't
don't even
order
like
it.
that
I
kind of
almost
stuff.
ordered
You
it
should
and I
have.
didn't.
So if you go to when you go back to, because you will go back to Blue Bayou,
I will.
You don't need to get your own.
We share
it because
Okay.
it's huge.
Good
Because
to know.
last time Steph and I were there
Luckily,
together,
our waiter, he
our
told us
waiter
to
was
do
like,
that.
just split it, and good thing because you do not need a whole order of that for sure. It's so good though.
Everyone's favorite restaurant over there is Blue Bayou all the time.
Of course.
It was my
Yeah.
second favorite.
So what's your favorite?
So it was a little ODV, outdoor vending for non-Disney people.
Uh-huh.
And they sold kebabs on a stick. I don't know what the name of it was, but it was the best food the entire
I think
vacation.
I had a kebab there. Is it near like?
It's got like the face of like a tiger with like the teeth. That's like
Yeah.
the
Is it in Adventureland?
They have
Yes.
chunks
Yes,
of chicken.
I know that.
I got it. I was like, oh, a
I haven't
protein
I don't
snack.
think I've eaten that. I don't think I've ever eaten there before, but I'll have to.
I wish
maybe-
they had something like that here.
because
that's a
they
good
just
quick-
Disneyland has so much
posted
better food than we do.
Magic Kingdom. I just saw somebody posted one of the blogs. They have a chicken kebab in Magic Kingdom now. I don't know where it's at.
That would
That's
be
a
really
great
good
idea.
for
Yeah.
protein snack.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to find healthy snacks at the park.
We had like 6 of them in Disneyland. They were so
Disneyland's
good.
awesome. I grew up going to Disneyland. Stephanie and I have been how many times? Twice.
I've been twice. Yeah.
I've only been
twice.
once.
We've only been once together. No, we've been 3 times together. No, you've been 3 times.
3 times? Yeah.
Because once
We went
we went
As a big group.
As a big group. Then your family, and then
Oh,
we
yeah.
went
3
together.
times.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go again. I really want to plan a trip in the next few years.
I'm going to Disneyland Paris in a few weeks. Have you been?
No, I've only ever been to Disney World and Disneyland California, and I'm so jealous. I want to go to.
So I'm pissed because the 3 attractions that I want to see there, the 3 attractions that I want to see are Phantom Manor. It's going to be closed. Ratatouille. It's going to be closed.
What?
And Indiana Jones, and I forget the official name of that ride, it's going to be closed. Those are the 3 attractions that basically we don't have here in the States.
I just told them to give us an excuse to go back.
But the tickets there are cheap.
Really?
It's like around $80 or less for a park hopper, a 1-day park hopper.
Oh, my aunt and uncle are DVC members as well.
Okay.
And they say that Paris is their favorite park.
Really?
Yep, it's
Well,
their absolute favorite.
Now my expectations are...
Maybe I shouldn't have told you that, but
Well, my thing that I really want to see is the castle because I think that will probably be my favorite
That
castle.
looks to me the most
It
beautiful
looks so
castle. Next to
pretty.
Shanghai, that is. Shanghai's castle looks
Yeah,
nice too.
Shanghai has a lot of girth because it has a lot of stuff inside of it. It's girthy.
You know how I
It's a
like girth.
girthy castle. You know what I mean.
that's one thing I
Girth.
like about Sleeping Beauty's castle, though, is you can kind of walk through it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you go eat at Cinderella's Royal Table, which, have y'all been there?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Cinderella's Royal
Thoughts?
Table at here.
Yeah.
Again,
Nah.
meh.
Meh, food's
Pass.
okay. I haven't been in years.
Meh.
The only time I've been was with your family.
Yeah, we went for breakfast once.
Yeah.
It was a quick love and shove, as they like to call it, Disney.
Yeah. The food was mediocre. It was a nice experience.
I like getting to go into the castle.
Yeah,
That's what
absolutely.
I mean. That's what you're paying for
Now,
at the end of the day.
going up to the castle suite is better.
I've never
Not all of
seen
us
it.
have got to do that.
Whatever.
The castle suite.
Jealous.
What
is
was that
great.
called that you were on? What was your job
Dream
title
Squad.
then?
I was on
He
Dream
was
Squad
on the
for
Dream
Year of a Million
Squad.
Dreams. Yeah. So.
That's so awesome.
So anyway, back to Toy Story.
I know.
Back to Toy Story because I want to wrap up.
I love talking to Disney people.
I want
'Cause
to
we
wrap
just
up
keep
the Toy
going.
Yeah, I want to wrap up the Toy Story thing a little bit because I'm gonna give Slinky Dog a chance because I haven't
course,
ridden
yeah.
it yet.
I liked it.
Saucers I think was better than I thought it was. However, for being there's just 2 new attractions in that area, and maybe if it was the 3rd new attraction, it would have been even better. But it's like that's what you're giving us. And then, of course, Toy Story Mania is there. So there's 3 attractions.
I like how
quote,
they
unquote, in the
flipped the
area.
entrance and rethemed it, so
Yeah.
now it's part of that land.
I like
So
that as
the
well.
food. So back to I know where we were. The Monte Cristo.
Yes.
So the problem with the Monte Cristo is that, in my opinion,
The meat ratio.
well, it's not like fully battered, dipped, and fried.
Oh.
Like
kind of like- it
a
looked
Monte
like a grilled
Cristo.
cheese sandwich
It's like
to me.
more like a grilled cheese.
Where you would put a little butter in the pan and just lightly get that crispiness of the bread.
It just wasn't the level of where it needed to be, and when Stephanie and I went, I saw the same example. When I got my sandwich, it came with like a little cup of soup.
What did you say when
I don't know what I said.
he was like, that soup was pitiful? I think you said pitiful.
It's a
pitiful. I was like,
pitiful
oh
side of
damn.
soup. So they have like this cup. I would say the amount that you could
It would
fit.
be for dip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be a cup you would use for dip.
The amount that you could fit in there is probably half a cup, maybe, being generous. But they don't even fill it, and they didn't fill it with mine, and they didn't fill it with Steph's. They filled it, literally, it is like a third of a cup of soup.
Maybe
I'm
like 3
how is that
spoonfuls.
supposed to be a side?
It's supposed to be a dip. Like that's what they're thinking.
Yes.
That you're gonna dip your sandwich.
No. No. I
And that's your only side. Do you get?
yeah,
chips?
that was the only side.
Oh.
You get to choose, what did they call them instead of tater tots? Potato barrels or something?
Potato
because tater
barrels.
tots, I think,
I
is
said, what the
trademarked.
hell is a tomato or a potato barrel?
I think
Potato
tater
barrel.
tots is probably trademarked, and so they can't use
So
it.
that was potato barrels, soup, or one other thing. I can't remember what it was. You could choose.
So
from.
my first experience was the Monte Cristo. Being a Monte Cristo fan, it wasn't that great. And then this last time, last week, Stephanie got the grilled cheese.
The 3 cheese grilled cheese.
How was it?
It was pitiful.
Oh.
And let it be known that if Stephanie Turkowicz doesn't like a grilled cheese,
The problem was
It's
is
bad.
that it wasn't like artisan cheese.
Yeah.
It was
it
like,
looked like Cheese Whiz, the squeezed cheese.
Okay, I might like it then, because that's.
And when they say
it's
3
the cheese
cheese,
mountain.
it's 1 slice of American, 1 squirt of cheese, 1
Cheese
squirt
Whiz.
of Cheese Whiz, and then another slice of American.
Oh.
3 cheese.
and then
As
I had,
the number
what did
3,
I have?
not 3 different cheeses.
I had the tater tot nachos, which were they were
Ooh.
fine. They were good. They
But
weren't
I
the
had that
worst.
Pop-Tart thing, and that was good.
That looks good. And
It was
isn't there
really
like a
good.
fluffy nutter sandwich on the menu?
What did you call me? A fluffy nutter?
A fluffy nutter, like peanut butter, marshmallow fluff, and
I don't
chocolate.
know.
I feel like I saw that.
I had my heart set on the Pop-Tart, so I didn't even look
That
at the
looks
rest of
good.
the dessert menu.
I'm not a Pop-Tart fan. It tasted like a Pop-Tart.
It did not.
So if you like
The
Pop-Tarts...
outside was thick and flaky. It was not, a Pop-Tart is like dry and,
Yeah.
and thin. This was way better.
I'll still have to try it. I'll
Yes,
let y'all
try
know
it.
my review.
So I think that, like, my overall thing with Toy Story is I think they could have done...
They missed the mark.
They missed a little bit of the mark there, because handing over an operation like that, I mean, you should be relieving the park a little bit more of the stress, and I don't think it doesn't satisfy that enough to, draw people in. I think it'll wear off. But I think the park is going to be amazing once Star
I'm excited
Wars
for the Mickey and Minnie train.
and the Mickey and Minnie
ride.
train ride.
That's gonna be.
I'm
so
excited for
cute.
Star Wars.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and our last trip when we went to Toy Story this last time, and you can really see it coming along, and it looks like it's gonna be.
When you're
freaking
on
awesome.
Slinky Dog at the top,
can
you
see
can really
more.
see into it.
That's
Oh.
awesome.
Yeah, so it's worth riding just to see the construction.
Well, I
it looks
definitely want to
amazing.
ride. I definitely want to ride Slinky Dog for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely worth
We're
it.
gonna have to make another plan to come back once you're done with your traveling.
Yeah.
Where are you traveling to?
So Lisbon for a week, and then Paris for a week. And so at the end of the Paris trip, I'll go to Disneyland Paris for a day. Just for
So
a day.
jealous.
Me too.
I want to go. I'm going to Copenhagen, Denmark
Okay.
at the end of October. So they have a theme park there. It's the second oldest theme park in the world.
Tivoli?
It's- yes. And it's what Disney based Disneyland
We've watched
off of.
documentaries on that.
Yeah, so
yeah,
I'm
I want to
gonna.
go there too.
I'm staying like
That's
right
so
next door
awesome.
to it. So I'll take pictures.
Oh, I can't wait for your pictures.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
that's on my bucket list. So for those of you who don't know, Walt Disney got a lot of inspiration, but one of them was, like we said, Tivoli.
I think it's Tivoli.
Yeah, it starts with a T and ends with an E. Tivoli.
With an I.
I think it ends with I. Yeah, the E sound. It ends with the E sound. But yeah, I've been wanting to go there.
Yeah, it looks amazing. It looks really cool.
Yeah, that's
I'm excited
cool.
for it.
That's awesome. So besides that, is what's taking you there? Just that?
Work. That's
Okay.
where my headquarters is, so I have to go
Oh.
for work. So I'm there
That's nice.
Friday
that
to
you can
Friday.
do a twofer.
Yeah.
So how many days are you gonna spend in Tivoli?
I'm
Tivoli?
probably gonna go after work a couple nights.
Okay.
I looked up
How late do they open?
till midnight
Oh,
every
wow.
night. Yeah, and I looked up the cost. It's like $15-20 American. So I'm like, I'll go 3 times.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to do that a couple nights after work, and then it's a 30-minute train ride to Sweden. So on the weekend, I'm gonna try and go over to Sweden while I'm there. Hit
That's
2
awesome.
countries in one.
So tell us about. So when you moved here, where did you move from?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, so you're originally from Atlanta,
And I was just there for Dragon Con.
and
I
so
saw
tell
your
us about
pics.
Dragon Con. What kind of convention was that?
It has everything. I mean, it's the TV, it's the comics. I took all my siblings with me. So my 18-year-old brother went and played Dungeons and Dragons the entire day. So that's like one entire floor of the hotel. Yeah, I mean, they have everything. I went to the Peter Capaldi Doctor Who panel, which was awesome.
So there's lots of cosplay as well.
Oh, tons of cosplay. Yeah, it's so much fun. It's my favorite con
Okay.
that I've been to. I've been to MegaCon here. I like MegaCon. It's smaller. I missed it this past year because I was in a wedding. I was a bridesmaid, and Jason Momoa was here. I was so sad. They're still trying to get to that Dragon Con level. Dragon Con had like 98,000 people or something like that
Okay.
this year. MegaCon doesn't pull that big of a crowd yet, but they're getting there.
I'm sure they will. With Orlando's growth and everything, I'm sure that they
You,
will.
Brian, you've never been to a con?
I have only been to Star Wars Celebration. That's the only con I've been
It's totally.
I don't like any of that, so
Totally different.
I have nothing to say for this con.
to. Did you go to Star Wars Celebration?
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's a totally different experience.
So
Go
what's...
to MegaCon.
Sometime I will. So tell me what's the difference like between Star Wars Celebration and let's say Dragon Con, for instance.
Like all the nerds come out, like not just the
Right.
not just the Star Wars nerds. All the nerds come out. I mean, the
But I mean,
people
is
watching
but is
is
the format different? Like, because obviously, because when when you open it up to all
Nerd.
interests, then more people are going to come out. So, but like the format, stay kind of the same, or
I mean, you still have like the panels, but there's times 100. There's not just the celebrity panels like at Star Wars Celebration. They have, the stars of the show come out and they talk. I mean, one year, it was so much fun. I did a Doomsday panel where it was just people talking. It was fantastic. People were like, "Oh my God, what about Yellowstone when it blows up?"
oh my god,
It's so much fun.
that would be hilarious.
There was
actually,
literally
to
a
watch.
lady, and we're talking about like aliens or something, and she's like, "What about Yellowstone?" From the back of the room. I tried to go to a Doomsday panel this year, and it was completely full. I couldn't get in.
Oh my god.
It's like a big deal. So it's not just the celebrities, and then I mean you have all of the. It's where you get like all of your nerdy gear that
Okay.
you want. I mean they have all kinds of vendors, all kinds of
I
artists.
visually witnessed MegaCon in Orlando because of my job. I've had to go to them, and they are very good people watching.
Oh yeah, fantastic.
They are awesome people watching, but I
Yeah.
just don't. I don't know. I've never had any interest in anything like.
Well, you don't like
nothing
any
of
kind
those
of.
worlds.
You don't like any kind of.
But
like,
it's pretty wide. There's like a lot of stuff now. It's not
That's
just
true.
Star Wars or Star Trek or.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
like-
now it's like TV shows like Stranger Things. And
Stranger
like
Things, they had a panel for
Doctor
it.
Who and like.
True Blood
what-
was there one year.
True Blood, Walker Stalker stuff that
Walker
Dev
Stalker
does.
Con,
What is it called?
Yeah, Walker Stalker.
No, what's the show called?
Walking,
Walking
Dead.
Dead.
Yeah, Walking Dead.
Dev's
these
gonna
are
kill
like-
you for that.
Other genres, you know, like I don't know. It seems to be getting broader.
It is. It's fun.
Well, I think they're getting more and more popular. Maybe that has something to do with like social media. Obviously, puts a spotlight on all this stuff heavily. Like people get interested because of social media, and then the economy is better, so people can afford to go crazy with their costumes and buy more stuff.
Some people
All
get
the things.
extra
All
with
the
it.
things. So, speaking of conventions, another convention town is Las Vegas, and so we noticed that you were in Las Vegas recently. So, what's your connection with Las Vegas? Just to go for fun, or?
Y'all were there right before me too, right?
Well, we went in January.
Yeah,
Well,
y'all
he was
were
just there,
recently.
like,
I was
'Cause I saw
recently
your
there
pictures.
in July,
Okay.
and then Stephanie and I were also there in January. I'm hooked. I love Vegas, and so within a year, I was there 3 times.
In the
So-
past 2 years, I've probably been 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
So I had to go for work. That's where one of our other locations is. So
Well, it sounds like your job is taking you places, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's nice.
Maybe he needs to get a job at your job.
I just started there, actually. I've only been at this company for a little over a month now.
Okay.
And I really enjoy it, so, and I'm
That's
already
awesome.
getting to go everywhere. But yeah, so I went for work, and I just tried to explore while I was there. It was fun.
So your IG says you're a travel blogger. Is that just for your own, like, your own fun? Or
Yeah, for my own fun. Like, my
just wanna
mom was the one
document
that was like, you should start a blog, because everyone always they'll message me and be like, hey, where's the best place to
Yeah.
go eat in Vegas? Or so I finally just started posting.
So where
it.
is the best place to eat in Vegas?
Best place to eat in Vegas, hands down, is Baby Stacks Cafe.
Okay.
Have you ever been?
No,
I think
have
I've
not.
heard of
Oh my god. It is owned by like a Hawaiian family. Like, they're the ones that started it. So it's like American breakfast with a Hawaiian spin is how they advertise it.
Okay.
So they have fried Spam on the menu, which I love.
Todd would like that.
I love it. And then
stuff
their
that.
red velvet pancakes are
Mm.
amazing. So every
yeah,
time I
with
go, and I went on the last day because I ran out of time, so I left work early. I went and ordered it real quick. I like called ahead and like sat down. I scarfed it down, and then I had to go to the airport. Like,
Where is it?
They have 3 or 4 different locations. None of them are right on the strip. You kind of have to drive a little bit, like probably like a 15-20 minute drive wherever
Off
you
the
go.
strip? Okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite food.
Okay. So when you go for work, did you stay off the strip then?
I actually stayed on the strip. Mandalay Bay is the closest hotel to where I work,
Okay.
so that's where I stayed this past time.
Yeah, I stayed at the Delano, which is a part of that property.
Yeah.
One night of my last day, and it was nice.
I was thinking about going in July, I think. When did you go last? July?
Yeah, July.
They have an eBay Open conference there, and I was going to go for that, but then I changed my mind.
Because
But I
Stephanie
was
does.
probably going to stay at Mandalay, maybe.
Stephanie does a reselling business on the side. I don't know if we haven't talked about that much on the podcast,
No.
but the eBay convention is pretty big, right?
Yeah, it's pretty big.
And I think it happens every year.
I might go next year or the year after. I just don't feel that my business is in a place yet where I would benefit from
So
it.
what else do you like about like Vegas? What's some of your favorite things to do? Are you a gambler or?
I'm not a gambler. I like to do
Let
the
me just
shows.
tell you not to do the Magic Mike show because it sucked.
Really?
I like the Magic Mike show. I
The
thought
one
it was
that we
good.
saw for my
Yeah,
birthday?
I thought it was good.
I heard a lot of people liked it.
It was good.
It had a stupid storyline.
Yeah, it was.
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
I've seen Zumanity, Cirque du
Okay.
Soleil. So I think that Magic Mike is better than Zumanity.
Oh, I haven't seen Zumanity. I saw Caw one time. I saw O. My favorite show that I've ever seen, Absinthe.
Okay.
It's
That's
at Caesar's Palace.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're easily offended, don't see it. But
So
they
Stephanie would like it.
they
love
make fun of everyone. No one is safe. Everyone in the audience, they make fun of everyone. They don't care who you are. It was awesome.
Okay.
This past time though, I went to the Neon Museum and I saw the Brilliant Show.
Didn't
Oh,
you
I
see it?
wanted to see that. I
It
didn't even
was-
know that existed until I saw your pictures.
It was beautiful. It really brought old Vegas back to life. They project onto the old neon signs because they don't work anymore, right?
Right.
So they project lights onto them and they make them dance to the music.
Is it outdoors or
It
indoors?
is. It's outside. It kind of reminded me of the Osborne lights,
Okay.
just because you're
Aw.
completely surrounded.
Tying it back to
Everything's
Disney.
dancing. Yes, tying it back to Disney.
Aw.
I miss the Osborne lights.
Me too. I was just thinking about them the other day for some reason.
I like the Osborne lights. I don't like how crowded it always was.
Have you
But-
seen the new Toy Story, or they project onto the Tower of Terror?
Yeah, that
I
was
say
kinda
Toy
cool.
Story because that's the only part I remember from it.
Yeah, it was kind
Eh.
of cool.
Eh.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, it's
It
something.
was definitely no Osborne lights, but
It's
it was
not.
something.
But I get it. They had to make room
But
for.
they're trying. They're trying. What I liked is when we went over to Studios the other day is that area between Sci-Fi Diner and where the entrance of Star Wars,
Wars.
and they have that new beer kind of restaurant,
Yeah.
pub, and then there's a sidewalk that's going to lead to Star Wars. It just looks, it's really nice
Tied
over there.
together a
It's-
little
it's
bit.
tied together nicely. The old, the part that remains of Streets of America is still there, back where the Italian restaurant is Mamma Mia's.
Mama Melrose.
Mama Melrose.
I love
yeah,
Mama
Mia's.
Melrose. I
Mama
love that
Melrose.
back area over there. The shop, the Christmas store.
It's all kind of tied nicely in together now.
I like it.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of kind of tying that in and getting ready for Star Wars, which I'm really excited about Star Wars.
Can't wait. You don't look
Stephanie doesn't
excited.
I don't care. I
It's
don't
gonna be.
care either
How do
way.
you feel about Avatar or Pandora?
Oh, it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful. And Pandora was another thing I gave 2 shits less about. I mean,
But now, you're a
I
fan.
never watched the movie, never, or their books. I never read the books, if there are
I don't think
books.
there's books. It's just a
Well,
movie.
that's how little I know about it.
Did you do
But yeah, I think it's beautiful.
the Avatar Flight of the Banshee
Yeah,
ride?
I
Yes.
think it's really cool.
We really like that. I like
Innovative.
that.
Definitely like no other ride experience I've ever been on.
I never had to wait too long. I think the longest time was last time my parents were here. We had to wait. But what we do, or I have done, and I know Stephanie's done as well, is
You gotta
wait
slide in there in the
in
last,
the
10 minutes.
last moments of the park
Like
is
the
open.
sign is gonna say like 80 or 90 minutes, but it's like last time I did that, we walked all the way through the queue immediately onto the ride.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done it without a fast pass. So I've never gone in. I've never seen the
Well, it
Avatar
must be nice,
and
Crystal.
Again,
We need to get that DVC hookup.
thank you, Dad. my
DVC
dad looked y'all up, by
people.
the way, and he's all excited. So we can't wait to listen.
Good. Hopefully he listens to all of the episodes.
Hey, Dad, we want to have pass too. when Star Wars opens, we're all coming to your DVC suite.
Exactly.
I did get to go to one of the DVC events where they close off the park just for the members.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I bet that would be awesome.
Well, when Avatar first opened, or Pandora first opened, Stephanie's friend Rachel was here during that time, like within the first week or so, 2 weeks, and she got a room, and so we got, I think we got extra magic
hours in the morning.
in the morning, and that worked out pretty well, and we were able to get on. We still had to wait a little bit, but but I really like the Avatar. Like seeing Pandora and the way they did that made me really excited for Star Wars, because I'm like, I think they're really going
It'll
to do
translate well.
a good job with Star Wars. It gave me some hope and faith in Disney that they're going to do a really good job, because we haven't seen a really great land in a long time. And
New Fantasyland was a
New
letdown.
Fantasyland, if you look at
Yeah.
those original sketches, was going to be freaking amazing. If you look at the original sketches of New Fantasyland, it was going to be awesome. But that New Fantasyland was dumbed down quite a bit. And so I'm really excited, for Star Wars. I think it's going to be great. And Pandora is awesome. I think it's a great addition. The only thing I really wish is they would have made the Rivers of Light a little bit longer.
I would agree.
And those boats, like there's only 8
3
people
rows of
maybe
2?
can fit on the boat, so it's not like Pirates of the Caribbean where you can get people in and out of there really quickly on those boats. But overall, I mean, it's beautiful.
There's shade too, which
There's shade.
I mean, people don't think about that, but it's Florida.
And
It's
I
I
know
think
hot.
that's the first thing that needs to be thought about when constructing a new land.
They didn't think about
Disney-
it at all with Toy Story.
Disney has a long, I think, tradition beginning with Disneyland, of how special the park is after night, at nighttime when the lights go off. Main Street always is a different experience at nighttime. Well, that translates to Pandora as well, where during the day you have one experience, but then at nighttime it's a totally different experience.
I think it's
And
really
gorgeous.
beautiful at night.
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I think it's. I think if I was bringing someone for the first time, I would bring them at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
And if they had a choice, if you have a choice between day or night, you need to go see it at night.
Yeah.
Have you eaten at the quick service over there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like
And
the little cheeseburger pods.
those. I've had those once before. They're good, but I also am really happy with just their selection overall and the ability to do that the rice bowl. You can make it a rice bowl. You can make it a
It's
salad.
a really good healthy option for
Yeah.
farm food.
It's a really great option. And now, I haven't done it yet before. Have you done it? And Crystal, maybe you've done it, is the mobile ordering.
Yeah, I did it at Casey's last
I've done it at Casey's as well. Yeah.
Because Casey's is always a clusterfuck. You can just
So,
order and walk
how
right
did
up.
you feel? Were you here during the traumatic time when Casey's took away the nacho
cheese?
cheese sauce?
I was.
It was heart-wrenching. I was like the hardest time to not have the cheese sauce.
It was the moment, and they brought it back though. But you have to pay for it. But they
Which
brought
is
it back.
fine. We at Disney, we would have paid for it anyway.
I like it for my French fries. It's not the same
Yeah.
without it. You gotta You get a dip, pour over it, whatever.
And I love the corn dogs dipped in the cheese.
Have you seen the giant ones now?
What giant ones?
They're giant foot.
We love the giant ones. It's big. It's like
That's
a
what
doesn't
corn
she
even,
dog?
said.
it like flops over the edge of the boat dish.
A corn dog?
No,
No,
it's
just a hot dog.
Yeah,
A
giant
foot
hot dogs.
long.
I mean, I saw a guy eating it the
And
other
it's
day,
got
and I mean,
chili,
it's
cheese, and
it takes up the whole table.
onions.
Do people pick that up? Sounds like you
Two-hander.
eat it with a fork and a knife. What's happened over at Cosmic Rays? Is that changed at all? Because I know they were doing some construction over there.
I was just there the other day. I went and got the Mrs. Incredible Super Stretch Burger. Did y'all see that?
No.
It was inspired by Mrs.
Incredible.
Incredible. It was during the Incredible Summer event, and it had mozzarella cheese sticks on the burger. It
Oh,
was actually really
shit.
good.
I love mozzarella
That
cheese
sounds
sticks.
really
I think
good.
it's gone now, but it was really good. And then it had like a garlic mayonnaise sauce on it.
Oh my god.
It was delicious.
That sounds good.
It was good.
Why do they take stuff that's good and then take it away?
And it had like a little Incredible stamp on the top of the burger.
Oh, I've
That's
seen
cute.
that
I
on
think I
IG.
saw that.
Yeah.
They burn a little
Yeah,
thing into the
it's,
bun.
it's very Instagrammable, but it was really good. But I don't remember seeing
Have they
anything
changed
different.
Because they had walls up over there for
I
a
don't
little
remember
while.
seeing anything different.
Okay. That sounds
When
really
were the
good.
walls up?
I don't know. Over the
It's
summer.
been a while. Yeah,
Maybe it was
when
to
Rachel
put
was
up
here.
the Incredible Summer stuff.
Maybe.
Because they did the whole area was all decorated with Incredibles.
Okay.
All over in Tomorrowland.
So do you do the Halloween parties?
I went last year. I don't know if I'm going to go this year. Trying to convince my boyfriend. He's like, we went last year. And I'm like,
So do you get a special rate or something, or do you win them somehow, or?
No,
what
I
does that
just
mean?
rate?
I just buy them like a normal person. You know what though? My dad is buying the Christmas
Hey,
party
Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
tickets. I think he saves $20 on them. So
20
Oh,
bucks
that's
is 20
$20
bucks.
is good. We're gonna be
That's
friends
your
with
dinner for the
dad.
evening.
or maybe it was 20%, something like that.
Is
So
your
he
dad
is
still
giving
in
those.
Atlanta?
He's actually in Texas. I was born in Texas.
Okay.
And then my parents are separated, so my mom moved to Washington, and then we moved
Washington
to Georgia.
State or
Washington State.
Maybe
So I
Dad
couldn't
will
move
take us to
around.
Alani. Can you take us to
Alani.
Alani?
Has he been?
He hasn't. Neither have I. So
I would love to go.
Let's go.
He's never been to Disneyland either.
What?
I know. We're
And
hoping
he-
to plan a
he
trip
has
together.
DVC there now.
And he's
Like,
halfway there in Texas. You're halfway to California.
He always comes here, which is nice because I get to see him. He was just here last month. He'll be here again in November, December timeframe. So, yeah. But I don't, back to the party, I don't know if I'm going to go this year. I
should
want
go.
to. I heard it was a lot different this year. Like, it was a lot better than the previous year.
It's better.
Well, I'm
It
going,
better be for $105.
I know. I'm going on October
Starting
5th,
rate.
and we'll see. But
Did you
I've
pay
been
full
going every
price?
year since 2006. Yeah, I've been going every year since 2006.
You gotta take a loan.
I love it. But yeah,
I
that's
love the parties.
That's another thing. When I used to go to cast member rate for like $50, and now it's like literally over $100 to go to the party.
It hurts.
And it's rough, especially when you're a pass holder.
Yeah.
And you've already, you know what I mean? It's like you're already paying those couple $100. And
Well,
it's like,
and then you're eating in the park every weekend, so you're paying $30 for your cheeseburger. We've paid for it. We should just get one included.
I know.
I'm thinking about going over to Halloween Horror Nights as well for Universal, just because they
Steph
added
will
the
go with
Stranger
you.
Things.
I saw
wonder how
some
the
pics
Stranger,
on
yeah, I
their
wonder
IG.
how
That
the
looks
Stranger
kind of
Things
cool.
house will be, because I do like Stranger Things.
I've heard good reviews. I didn't enjoy Halloween Horror Nights last year when I went.
I haven't enjoyed it for a while.
Have you heard of Screamageddon?
I have, and I'm thinking if my work schedule works out, I'm gonna go this year.
Where's that one?
It's in Tampa.
It,
It's in Tampa, right?
It's
yeah.
like it's close to Tampa, but it's like in the middle of nowhere. I went last year with one of my friends. It is so awesome. Middle of nowhere. They're allowed to grab you and they'll like take you
Oh,
into
hell
different
no.
parts of the.
Absolutely not.
You can wear a necklace, and if you have the necklace on, it means they're allowed to touch you. If you don't have it on, they can't. But they take you into different parts of the haunted houses
Somebody
if you have
gonna
it
grab
on.
me and take me away?
She just said they
I don't-
would.
They literally will. Like they took me and they laid me down on a table and they had like a cleaver and they like hit the table and they were like, get
They,
out
like,
of
literally
here.
picked you up off the ground?
Yeah, and put me on
Well,
the
I'm
table.
gonna break somebody's back. They're not gonna pick me up.
It's a lot of fun. And then there was
That's
another
intense.
one where they make you get into a school bus and there's like a zombie and It's awesome. It's a third of the price of Halloween Horror Nights.
Yes, that's kind of why I got over Halloween Horror Nights. It's just like, it's cool if you're a tourist and you're here like on vacation or whatever, but it's the same thing every freaking year.
Yeah.
So that's another thing I was doing every single year since I moved here, and then I just got to the point where I was like, this is redundant. And it's another thing that the price keeps up. Now we're over $100 for that if you want to go to because you have to get the pass, or else you're going to only do like 2 houses because the lines are so long.
It's so crowded.
And I like doing in Altamont, there's a haunted trail. The
I
Petrified
heard about
Forest.
that one.
It's very good.
I want to do that one this year.
It's cheap and it's good. They don't touch you, so it's a little... Unfortunately, no touching, but it's like that. It's like in the middle of nowhere. Not in the middle of nowhere, but when you're in there, you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, Screamageddon's
like,
literally, you can't, it's like farmland around you. There's nothing.
I love that.
Like when we drove back, it was like 2 a.m. and completely pitch black. And we see a car pulled over on the side of the road.
Don't stop.
Yeah, I'm like, don't you stop, Danielle. Don't do it. Don't stop. So we drive past, and then there's a bull in the middle of the road, and we almost hit a bull. So then we had to stop, and then there's this guy, like, standing there, and I'm like, keep going, drive around the bull. Because I feel like it fills up.
That's when you know it's legit.
Yeah.
That reminds me of my Halloween's up north, you know? Like, the mazes, the corn mazes, and the fields.
I miss that about Georgia. We don't really have a lot of that here in Florida.
And you don't get that. Like, when you go to Universal, it's very commercial Halloween. It's not like...
Well, then you'll like Screamageddon.
Oh,
you need to go.
For sure. I'm going to find a way to make it work.
Y'all have fun.
You don't like the scary stuff?
Things
I don't need the scary stuff.
My boyfriend's like that. He's like, go with Danielle. Like,
I don't even like horror films. Like, Stephanie saw The Nun. I don't care to see The Nun.
I haven't seen it yet. Was it good? No? That's depressing.
I like movies like Don't Breathe.
It wasn't that scary. The Nun wasn't
Have you seen
scary.
Don't Breathe?
That's the one where no one can talk, right?
Well,
There's very
that's...
minimal talking in Don't Breathe.
Is that the one from The Office? The guy from The Office is
No,
in it?
that's, is that Don't Breathe?
Yes, with the kid in the airplane.
No, that's
and
A
he has
Quiet
the toy.
Place.
Oh,
Quiet
that's
Place.
A Quiet Place.
Don't
Okay,
Breathe.
I haven't seen
Don't Breathe was really good.
Don't Breathe is the one.
That's where the kids are running in the house and the guy's
Yes.
blind.
The guy is blind.
Oh,
And
I
they're
did
trying
see
to,
that
like,
one.
Yeah.
They're trying to break
Yes.
into his house and he's blind and he can't see them, but so they're chasing each other all around the house.
Right.
Oh, that one was a
That one was
movie.
good. I did see that
I'm
one.
waiting for the second one of that.
I watched it on an airplane, so the guy next to me kept laughing because I would jump, you know? So I'm like,
There's some jump moments in that movie.
Yeah.
it was
but
good
it's
though. I liked it.
That's the kind of movie, like, thriller. But I don't...
And that one was good to watch in the theater. You know how
It
some
was
movies
good,
are better
too.
in the theater?
Oh my gosh, we were like...
Because if you're like in a dark
we
place
were like all over each other.
where you can't do anything else and it's quiet. You know when you're at home watching a movie, you kind of get distracted and there's
Yeah.
other people and other sounds and it's not maybe dark. Yeah, we were like, "Ah!"
That movie in the theater was like an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was
good.
good. I want to rewatch that now.
Yeah, it was good.
I forgot about that movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's
for
been
sure.
a minute since I've seen it. I'm gonna have to rewatch it too.
So let's talk about like some of your favorite things. So what's your favorite attraction at Disney? Let's stick in Disney, not
Probably
Orlando
Haunted Mansion.
Disney. Okay.
Tower of Terror is a close second.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd say those are my top 2.
Okay.
Top 2.
Cool. What's your favorite attraction at Disneyland?
Ooh. Indiana Jones
Yes.
or Haunted Mansion when it's themed with
Yes.
Nightmare
Yeah.
Before Christmas.
We got to do that.
That was amazing.
So-
Hyperspace Mountain
Oh, I
too.
haven't seen that.
Oh, it's Star Wars themed.
Okay.
So
I think Paris has that, so I'm looking forward to that.
Indiana Jones is my normal number 1, but whenever they have the theming over there, that wins.
So let's go around like the circle. For me here, in general, I love the People Mover. Like I know it's crazy, but
That's a
it's
nice
Tomorrowland.
grandpa ride. Just
I like the People Mover.
love
you get a
the
nice
People Mover.
breeze, you get to people watch, you get to sit on your ass for a minute or two. There's never a line.
I love the people.
I like going through.
Space Mountain.
Yeah,
I love
that's the best
people.
part.
It's just kind of nostalgic to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really like it.
What about Disneyland?
Disneyland, Pirates of the Caribbean. Because
Okay.
it's like the OG.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
like it has the real drops and
Yeah.
it lifts you back. Like it's the real deal. And I mean, I love like Blue Bayou. Like I just love that
Yeah.
the whole atmosphere there. It's like magic. It's magical, I think. What about
What
you?
about
Steph?
you?
My favorite attraction would definitely be the Haunted Mansion here, with a second being the Walt Disney World Railroad. Everyone.
Stephanie-
And you just made fun of him for his grandpa ride.
No, I was backing him up. I like that ride too.
Because we're old.
We're very
we're
we
old
love
souls over
you know
here.
warming the bench, holding the bags, all those those nice rides where you can just sit for a little bit.
I love the roller coasters too, but
And the railroad is nice. It's a nice 20-minute trip around the Magic
and
Kingdom.
Stephanie used to be an engineer.
And I used to be an engineer.
on the
Oh.
train. Like she used to drive the train.
So it has a special piece
Place
in my
in your
heart.
heart. Yeah.
And then at Disneyland, probably
We were right above the pool, right there. Our room was right there. That first
probably Indiana Jones for sure.
Yeah,
It's
Indiana
such a
Jones is
unique ride
awesome.
experience, and yeah.
We have Dinosaur here, which is the same
But
technology,
the
but
vastness
It's not
of
the
that ride,
same.
you feel like you're somewhere else.
yeah,
Like
it's
you feel like
You're
you're
in
on
the
an
temple,
adventure.
yeah.
Yeah. They really take you
The
away.
theming is
The
awesome
theming
for
is
it.
awesome,
yeah.
for sure.
Ugh, there's like bugs everywhere now.
Well, we are at the Animal Kingdom.
Lodge, yeah. Also. Okay, so favorite place. We're gonna move away from Disney in a little bit, but favorite place to eat. Yeah, in the parks. Let's do in the parks.
Favorite place to eat in the
So it has to be in the
parks.
parks.
That's hard. That's too. I don't know if I can pick. There's too many parks. Okay.
You can give me like a few answers, but like, what are your top like 1 to 3?
Hollywood Studios,
Okay.
50s Primetime
Okay.
is number 1 probably.
Okay.
Number
the best
2
milkshake.
would be Sci-Fi for the theming. If anyone's coming to the parks for the first time,
But sci-fi is good,
oh, the food is great.
and their milkshakes are awesome.
Yeah.
We're gonna pause while this child screams. Bye. He's walking faster. He's like, bye. Okay.
Look
But-
at this little girl. She's like, fuck you. I'm gonna plug both my ears.
So we love the milkshakes at sci-fi, and I like the food at sci-fi.
I do
as well.
too, but the theming is awesome. I mean,
Yeah, the theming
I think
so
that's
unique.
if anyone's like, where should I eat in Disney World?
Yeah.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi, yeah. Orlando out of context, something that's totally out of context of what you think about like what theme park dining should be. You need to go to Sci-Fi Diner
Sci-Fi
and
Diner.
just check it out because it's awesome. If you haven't been to Sci-Fi, you definitely need to go.
And I
check
don't
it
think a
out.
lot of people get that experience. Like where I grew up, there were drive-ins where you would sit in your car, watch a movie. But I don't know that a lot of people experience
It's
that.
extinct. Like even like growing up, I knew there were places that still did that. I grew up in Northern California, and there were places you could drive out to and do drive-in, but I never did it. So I've never had that experience myself with a drive-in.
I know we have one
There's one in Tampa, I
nearby. Like an hour drive
Yeah.
from here. I know we have one in the area, but I haven't been.
I want to go when it gets cold out.
Yes, when it's not
Because-
so hot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit with the AC on in my car for 2 hours.
What about y'all? Favorite?
Okay, so
Favorite
you're gonna
food
turn
place
you're
to
gonna
eat?
turn it back us on
Yes.
us. I think sci-fi is a great answer, but I would probably have to say Beer Garden. We've already talked about Beer Garden, but in the parks, I would say Beer Garden. I think it is the only place, really, even on Disney property, that you can have a very unique buffet dining experience with dishes that you won't find anywhere else on property.
Every time my mom comes to visit,
We go together.
they go together.
We
'cause
might
I
as
don't
well
eat.
just. Everyone thinks we're a couple married together, but I understand why, because we do, so much together, and we know each other's families and everything. But yeah, her mom and I, we love Beer Garden.
It is pretty
We
good.
will like her mom and I will go by ourselves.
And then
to the
I walk about
And
10
she-
steps up to the American Pavilion to get chicken nuggets.
and she'll chill out doing something else because she doesn't like any of the food on that buffet. But I love Beer Garden. It's
Good
awesome.
choice.
It's a great choice.
What about you?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not a big food person. I'm a picky eater. And I don't like fancy foods. I definitely like the 50s. I like all the places you guys have mentioned because they're so unique.
Well, you can repeat our answer.
Well, I mean,
I would say sci-fi for you is probably one
Yeah.
of your favorites because you will definitely always go to sci-fi.
and last time I was there, I had a really, well, maybe not the last time before, I had a really good dish. It was shrimp, and then it was a pesto sauce pasta. Pesto shrimp pasta.
At
And it was
sci-fi.
really good. That time that we went with Dev,
Yeah.
remember that pasta that I had? It was really good.
Their milkshakes there are so good. Back in the day, they used to let you
They
get,
bring the boys to the yard?
yeah, they bring the boys to the yard. They used to, Steph, you're the only one who did this, is they used to let you order the milkshake at the
Yeah.
hostess desk and take it to
out.
go.
Ooh.
But they don't do that
I don't
anymore.
think they do it anymore.
Excuse me.
Because I used to just want the milkshake, without having to sit through a meal. Because it's that good.
They are pretty good.
So, okay, now the next question. So now we're going to broaden to outside of Disney, on Disney property, outside of Disney. It doesn't have to be operated by Disney. It could be a third party. So we're talking like Disney Springs or even at a Disney resort. Favorite one.
Disney Springs, Disney Resorts. That's even harder. There's even more options.
I want to
Ooh.
make kind of like I've been thinking I want to make a printout of all the restaurants and check everything I've done off, and then go back and try to kind of find those places that I haven't been yet.
Yeah, I wanna go to each place. I wanna eat everywhere. I've been to a lot. My dad and I are always trying to go to new places whenever he comes to visit.
Well, we're going to hang out with your dad too.
Yeah, whenever he's in town. He can give you some good pro tips on Disney as well. Favorite, probably the Edison.
Okay.
You didn't like it?
We're going to pass on that.
I loved the candied bacon. It
Okay.
was so good. The drinks were good. And then they have the entertainment. So if you go late, you can
Right.
stay afterwards for the entertainment. And I really liked that.
My last experience there, and I'm not going to spend too much on this, was the server was not the greatest. And so
Aw.
I had a lot to do with the server and his suggestion to me. But the bar downstairs is beautiful. The bar downstairs
I like
is
the
gorgeous.
whole theme and atmosphere of it. It's very
Yeah.
beautiful.
I love the food. I thought the food was really good. I mean,
What have you so what have you had on the menu?
so
Besides the candied bacon, which I've had
I
as well.
was really basic and I got the grilled cheese.
Me too.
But it was really good.
But I hear the grilled cheese is good.
It's really good.
It was very good, but it was a lot of cheese, and the toast was very, very buttery and oily.
See, I liked that it was really buttery though.
So it was a little much for
would've
me.
too.
Like I didn't even finish half of the half
Oh, I ate the whole thing.
because it was really too much.
I
So
loved it.
the waiter recommended to me the barbecued beef tips. It's so good.
No,
I would stay to your basic grilled cheese or something else. But
my boyfriend had the Edison burger, so I had a bite of that,
okay.
and it was a pretty good burger. I enjoyed that as well.
They recently had like a themed event there, like I
Yeah,
don't know,
they
like
had a
flapper
Gatsby.
roaring.
They
Yeah.
had Gatsby thing.
People
That kinda
dress
looks
up like
cool.
every night
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
flapper attire, though.
I saw stilt walkers there once. out
Have you been
front.
at night?
I have been at night once, yes, and I've seen some of the performance.
They're awesome.
It would be fun to have like a party there, like a
Ooh,
wedding
yeah.
reception or like like a company party, because it has like multiple levels, multiple bars, different seating arrangements, like booth, table. It would be a nice area for people to have a party and
That would be cool.
socialize.
We did a bachelorette party. We went, and we had a blast. That was fun.
Yeah. So, you're going to turn the question back on me,
Yes.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm looking at you. I'm waiting for your answer.
I like Wine Bar George.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah,
wine bar
mac
was
and
nice.
cheese balls.
I have had good experiences at the Boathouse as well. I've had both good and bad experiences at Boathouse. But I think Boathouse is pretty good as well.
I've never been, only because I've only ever heard bad things about the service.
Let me say that my good experiences have always come when I wasn't paying the bill. For some reason.
I'd like
Well,
to go
when we
out
went,
to the
that
back.
server, he was just too much. He was like reading like a 10-page novel to us about, you know, when they're trying to, you know, they
Upsell.
always
Trying to
have
upsell
things they
menu.
have to say to you when
Yeah.
you sit down, like recommendations.
But Wine Bar George, have you been there?
I have. Same night we went to the Edison for the bachelorette party, we went to Wine Bar George. I did not have any of the food,
Food is good.
but we sampled tons of wine. We had the frosé.
I want to get the frosé. I have not had the
I
frosé.
want to try the frozen.
It's very sweet. It's very
You
good.
would love it,
I
Steph.
love it.
I would share. I did not need my
You
own.
should see your face right now. You should share.
It's very, very sweet. You don't need your own. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Try you can totally try your own. All the girls each got their own, and we all drank like half. So I couldn't waste the frosé. So I ended up
Chugged
drinking
it.
everyone's.
I chugged everyone's. Yeah, Wine Bar George, I think, is one of the best new places there at Disney Springs.
I like Hoop-Dee-Doo Review.
Oh, Hoop-Dee-Doo is good.
I haven't been there in
I haven't been there
years.
in a long
I missed the
time.
cast discount.
They don't have it
Maybe
anymore.
We should go there.
Well,
At all?
I'm not a cast
Oh.
member anymore, so I don't get it.
Well, I figure they
How
probably
much
maybe
is it
take it
now?
away.
I wonder how much it is.
Yeah, they also, somebody we used to go last show for what, $20, $25.
Cheap.
Now they
I've been
have-
so many times.
They have like the parties. They now have different pricing. So the seats on the floor by the stage are one price. The seats on the
Wow.
floor in the back are one price, and the seats on the upper edge.
Because it used to be like just $60
Yeah.
across the board, which is amazing for
It's-
unlimited food, unlimited alcohol, and a show.
It's varied pricing now too. So
The Poly show is really good too. The Aloha
I saw
dinner.
that
I
one.
haven't
Wow.
been to it in years and years and years.
I probably went 2 years ago. And I mean, same thing, unlimited food, alcohol, and you get a show.
It's been over 10 years since I've seen that. I would see it again.
I enjoyed it. Food's really good.
I love their quick service at Poly. I think is one of the best quick service in general on property. Captain Cook's, it's pretty good. They have like flatbreads and they have these really good like wonton chips. Oh my gosh!
I actually like the quick service here at
Really?
Animal Kingdom.
I haven't been here in a
I don't
little
think
bit.
I've been to the quick service here.
Yeah,
It's
they always
actually
have really
like
good
right
food
here by the
options.
where we are right now is by the pool, and actually it would be way louder if the pool was working, but it's down for refurbishment because we're sitting like right next to the pool. If the pool was open, we wouldn't be able to record here.
Yeah.
But their quick service is right by the pool.
Yeah, it's really, they always have really good options. I really like it.
I love Sanaa too. To me, that is an Orlando out of context pro tip. If you haven't been to Sanaa, if you like kind of the Indian flair on
The
your
bread
food,
dip. Oh.
they have great bread service. Definitely try Sanaa.
That's the best
it's
part
great.
is the breads and the dips.
Love Sanaa.
Plus, you get to look at the animals while you're eating because they're right there. So if you can request it, I've only gotten it once, but you can request. You may or may not get it, but you can request to sit
You
next
just
to
called
the
Dad,
window.
and when he calls up,
Yeah, call Dad.
hello, I'm a DVC member. I want that animal viewing. Okay, thank you.
I wish it was that easy. But
Man,
we
Dad,
did get,
Dad's been in this episode a lot. What's Dad's name?
Dad's name is David.
Hey, David. That's my dad's name. is David.
He's gonna be so excited.
Well, good. Now, David, you have to go back and listen to all our episodes. So then I think we'll kind of wrap up, like, because obviously we're Orlando out of context. Tell us what your, like, let's say your favorite thing outside of Disney to do, and then your favorite place to eat outside of Disney in Orlando. And what area we didn't ask you, what area do you live?
I live over in Winter Garden
Winter
area.
Garden, okay.
And I love Winter Garden. That whole downtown area is awesome. Tons of good food. Not Cigar City. Sorry, I just went to Cigar City a couple weekends ago. But they have Crooked Can Brewery over there. Have you ever been?
Oh, I want to go.
It's-
I've heard of it.
The beer's great. It's really chill.
Oh, Crooked Can.
Crooked Can.
Yeah.
We want to do a
For
beer
sure.
episode with my friend.
it's a lot of fun, and there's lots of really good food options down there. So
Yeah, we were talking about that when we were talking about food halls on one of our last episodes. How Winter Garden has their own food hall. One of maybe the first ones in the Orlando region. Really, they've had that food hall for a while.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the new one that's opening over in Kissimmee, I believe.
Yes, we mentioned that in one of our last episodes.
Yeah, I remember.
As well.
I listened to that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that one is gonna be huge.
I can't wait. Okay, favorite food, hands down, no question. I'm always there. If you ever see my stories, Super Saiyan. Have you ever been?
Yes,
Never
that's
heard of
the Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z themed ramen bar.
It's good. It's tasty.
You went without me while I was at
Yes.
work, probably.
Yeah, but you wouldn't like it, so it doesn't matter.
I love it. I love the people there. Every time I walk in, they're always excited to see me because I go like once a week.
Yeah, Super Saiyan. How do you say it?
Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan. It's good. It's flavorful.
It's a lot of fun. I like the nerdy stuff, so that's probably hands down my favorite
And
food.
for those who don't know, it's what street? It's over by Universal.
It's
What
right
street is
next
that?
to Universal. I don't know what street it's on.
Either, but look it up, and it's good.
Their sister restaurant is Domu, and they're amazing as well.
Domu
That's
and
the
them
one
are
we just
related.
talked about it.
I didn't know Domu was related.
I found
to
that out
Super
last
Saiyan.
time I was at Super Saiyan. One of the ladies behind the cash register was telling me it's their sister restaurant.
What?
And Andrew Zimmerman was actually just at Domu two
Well, I'm
nights ago.
glad Andrew Zimmerman came so he could see that
I
Orlando
know
has
that
some
we have good food.
He had to, you know.
Lord
Oh
have
yeah,
mercy.
after that.
Well, Domu was awesome as well, and Dr. Phillips is getting a Domu.
I did see that. I did.
Yeah, 2019. So next year there'll be a Domu in Dr. Phillips, which is not too far from where I live, and so I'm happy. Domu's really good.
It's pretty
I
delicious.
didn't know that they were connected. Or they were
That's
sisters.
that's what Super Saiyan told me
Okay.
last time I was there.
Awesome.
Their sister locations.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What about other things? Like if you're not going to the parks, what are you doing? Like, are you a movie person?
Do outside of the park. Oh. I like going over to the West Orange Trail. I bought a bike so I could go over and ride over there.
My friend from the gym just told me about that today, and we're
It's
gonna
really
plan to do
cool.
it like
It's
probably
really
this week
cool.
or next week.
So what is?
It's
where
just
is
a
it?
really big bike trail. It's over in Winter Garden area.
Okay.
I want to say it's like 22 miles
Oh
long.
wow.
She said you can rent bikes too.
Yeah, you
if
can
don't
rent
have
bikes
one.
over there. So that's a really cool little spot. Also over near Winter Garden, I think it's actually Ocoee is the actual address, is the West Orange Cinema. It is
Okay.
my favorite movie theater to go to. You can go, 2 people can go get drinks and popcorn for under $20, which is amazing.
Oh shit, that's
So
a
do they
deal.
play movies that have been in the theater for a while?
Nope,
or
they're new ones, but they only have a few movies out, so you only have
Recliners?
4 or 5. There are not recliners. They're really old school seats, but in the bigger theaters, they have like swivel office chairs and tables.
Oh, I
up
like
front.
that.
So it's really nice if you're wanting to get like they have like hot dogs and stuff like that there.
That's a great pro trip.
It's
Pro
right
tip. We're gonna have to
next
check that
to West Orange Creamery, which is the old school like soda fountain.
Okay.
So you can walk there. And then also right in that little shopping center is the West Orange Comics. So it's a little comic book store. So you can make like a little like night event of all of it. Go to the movies, go to the creamery, go to the comic book store.
That's nice. That's
Oh,
good.
you
What
can
good
take 'em
pro
on a
tip.
date.
Yeah, that's a good pro tip. I love
Yeah.
that.
And then if you want some real food, right across the street is that one spot. It's a burger place.
I
And
think have we seen them on the IG? It sounds familiar, that one spot.
yeah, they have
Okay.
pretty good burgers. Their french fries are really good. That's what I like about it. So it's like all right there. You can walk to all of them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Crystal, thank you so much for coming. I think that you would definitely be welcome back as a regular. Yay. So
Yay.
maybe
And
if,
a
like,
Disney friend.
Yeah, and a
Yay.
Disney friend.
Because we all have passes.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. And now it's finally getting breezy and nice
Oh, yeah.
outside.
And we're gonna leave.
And we're going to leave. So thank you, everyone, for listening in to Orlando Out of Context.
And you can follow Crystal on her Instagram.
Yes.
What's your Instagram?
It's Caught Up with Crystal.
And you can follow all her travel adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And her Disney stuff.
We'll be linking to her for sure. So you'll be able to find her on our Instagram, which is at Orlando Out of Context. Make sure you visit us at orlandooutofcontext.com as well. and then listen and subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
So whenever I like cuss or something,
Oh,
Yes.
you can cuss.
I'm allowed
We're
to cuss. You're like,
R-rated.
cool.
Yes.
I heard you say like fucka, like it wasn't like fucka, it wasn't fuckery, but it sounded like you like made your own word. I don't remember what episode it was, but I was like, okay, I think I can cuss.
You can cuss.
Yeah.
You can definitely,
We are explicit.
you can definitely cuss.